You take the knife in hopes that you may defend yourself with it. Good. Now I have a weapon. Start this. I die and I die and I die. What the hell am I doing? This is how we do it. Oh no, oh no. That's insane. Hey guys, Dankarthis here, and we're back playing Disturbed. If you guys missed my first video, you should look below in my description box, and you should be able to find a link to the first part. I highly recommend watching it because I'm going to be skipping over a lot of stuff that you guys won't see before, going right pretty much back to where I was before. So without further ado, let's play Disturbed. Another dull day passes, just like all the other days that I died. So, before I go any further here, I actually want to talk to you about what I'm going to try and do today. I want to try little different things to find some different secrets. If you recall, in another time back in the other playthrough, we went into this shack and we found this girl. And the girl was shackled and I freed her and it killed me. I tried to go back to see what would happen if I just kind of talked to her and then said, no, I'm not going to help you. But when I went back in the first video, I forgot to pick up the key. Silly me. So this time we're actually going to go and do it properly, and I'm not going to forget the key this time. Alright, so we're coming back to the stumbled wagon. You know, it did stumble when it broke, I guess. But we're up to the broken wagon here. And there's a key that's supposed to be in here, so let's take a look. We're going to inspect the wagon. You look about the mess and find bits of food and clothes scattered about the scene. You notice the key on the ground during your search. There you go, you pick up the key and continue on your way. So now we're going back to the shack here, so I'll just skip all this. Knock on the door, knock, knock, knock. Alright, now we're back to this little nice room here that looks so not suspect. Let's open the trapdoor. So now we're back here with the shackled woman who I thought was a sex slave. Turns out she's just a demon. So we're going to talk to the woman. I'm going to do my beautiful woman voice. You there, let me out of here. The pressure of such demand makes you freeze. Oh, how demanding. You take a moment to think about the situation before you respond. This is how my guy sounds now. What's got you locked up to begin with? I'm gonna stop doing accents right now. You'll never believe me, even if I told you the truth. Something brought you here. Please, have mercy on me. I swear, I'm not a demon that's gonna suck your soul. So, we know what's up with this bitch. Let's decline her. I will not. Damn, authoritative. No, don't go. With nothing else to interact with, you make your way up the stairs. I don't know if you could've... Yeah, she's laughing. I don't know if you could... Could you stop? I'm trying to do a YouTube video. Thank you. So, I don't know if you heard, but she started laughing maniacally and made me feel a little uneasy. So yeah, as you exit, you can hear the woman laugh behind you. The voice causes the shack to shake. You leave the shack as fast as you could. Damn right I'd leave that shack as fast as I could. You leave the shack and cross the bridge before something bad happens. You cross the bridge safely and continue down the trail. After all that has happened, you feel that you should take a moment to rest. You find a spot under a tree and sit down. Getting comfortable, you tilt your head back against the tree and gaze into the sky. Last time I took a nap and it almost killed me. I wonder what's going to happen if I pick at the grass. Maybe the grass will get mad and kill me. It is getting mad. As you pick up at the grass blades you reach, the ground begins to shake. Before you can get up, the roots from below sprout from the ground and wrap around your legs. It's the tree. The tree did not like me picking up his little grass friends. And it's going to eat me, I guess. You turn around to see a large, angry face looking back at you. Your jaw drops in horror. No sound or scream escapes your tongue as the tightening grip of the root squeezes what air is left out from your body. Your adventure ends here. Oh, I got a new achievement. Nature will rise against you. Funny. So let's try that again. This time, now we're not going to do anything that will mess up the game at all, or try to mess up the game at all. We're just going to go back to that split path, and we're going to decide which way to go once we get there. Alright, so now we're back at the path where it splits, and we have to choose a way to go. Last time I went left, and then I followed a path that kind of went up, and I found a ghost who killed me. But it seemed like I could continue on, so maybe that's the right way to go, So I'm actually just gonna go right and see what new things lie over there for me to get killed by. Oh, this looks a lot worse than the other path. You reach the end of the pathway. In the distance is a tower looking over the area. A gate secures passage to the area with a wall around the property. Also of interest, there is a tree that has a hole carved into it. I wonder why there's a hole in the tree. This does seem to be pretty secluded out here. And I was being quite social with Bethan, my cow. Let's inspect the tree. You approach the tree and notice the hole is big enough to fit your hand in it. Look and see something shiny in the hole as if it were metal. Feeling around with your hand, you find 3 knobs. One on the right, one centered in the middle, and one on the left. Let's press the knobs. So we'll start with the left one. Click. Okay, I guess the middle one. Click. Nothing. Let's press the right one. The knobs lock in place. You wait for a moment, but nothing happens. It must be some sort of combination. Alright, so we did that one first. So let's go left, right, middle. Nothing happens. Now we'll go middle, left, right. Okay, nothing happens. Middle, right, left. Nothing happens. Actually, now I'm kind of noticing something here. I could push the same knob the same time 3 times if I want to, I guess. Maybe I'll find something that'll like unlock it for me, like a piece of paper telling me, yeah, you're left, right, left, you know, something like that. Who knows? Yeah, so we're gonna leave the tree alone for now. Maybe what I need to find is at the tower overlooking the area. So let's go to the gates. Hey, this is the gate main menu. You approach the gate cautiously. I would too. It's the gate in the main menu. Not going back now. Ooh, it's kind of creepy. Standing before the tower, your heart begins to sink. This is no doubt the birthplace of the spreading plague. I found the birthplace! There is a fountain before you with you... More word vomit. There is a fountain before you with statues on your right and left. Well, it seems like the fountain is where the source of the plague is happening, of course. So let's inspect it and get killed. There is a dark haze about the fountain. The water is black and the smell burns with every breath. You feel a slight pull towards the fountain as if it were calling for something. As if it was calling for something. That sounds important. Maybe we have to find something and then put it in here, and then the plague will just stop. Or we find something, we put it in there, and the plague spreads around the entire world, killing me in the process. But at least I won't die alone. Alright, let's inspect the statue on the left. Oh. It's a nice angel. You see an old statue of an angel that has been consumed by vines of thorn. The angel is holding a book in one hand, the other with one finger pointed up towards the sky. You feel it best to leave the statue alone. I think so too. Let's inspect the statue on the right. Before you stands an old angel statue that has broken in many areas. With one hand, the angel is holding some sort of bowl, while the other hand is hovering over the bowl. Notice that there is only 2 remaining fingers in the angel's other hand. You feel you should keep your distance and just observe the statue. I kept my distance. So we pretty much inspected this entire area. Nothing has killed us yet. Let's go into the tower and then get killed. You approach the door. As you reach for the doorknob, an invisible barrier stops you. Must be some sort of magic. I see. I think this is the area that we're supposed to go to last. So let's go back to the path where it's split. Alright, so now this time we're going to go left. And something over there is going to kill me, I'm sure. We're continuing down the path. It's talking to me about the trail, just like in the last video. Seriously, watch the last video if you're really lost at this point. We're gonna follow the trail in the grass, and we see the grave. Let's just continue on, because the last time I did that, I got killed. Pause to see that there's a lake nearby. The trail continues on to your right. Oh, it's the lake! Is this the lake that has all the giant fish? Let's inspect it. You step near the lake and look down into it. I went into the lake, apparently. Resting underwater is an orb of some sort, sitting on the bottom of the lake. There is something strange about it, as if it were calling out to you. Yeah, diving in seems like a smart idea right now. I don't know, remember that, journal entry? Again, first part, watch it. Talk about a pond that had some really, really big fish, but no one was able to catch the fish. What if it's because they keep getting eaten? That's unsettling, and reason why it was so unsettling for the guy writing the book. But anyway, we're gonna dive in. You close your eyes and jump into the lake. You open your eyes to see the stone sitting before you. You start to make your way towards it. See? You start to make your way towards it. That means something's about to kill me. There's the big fish! A large fish comes into view. It quickly notices you with its mouth stretched open. You try to leave for the surface, but the fish catches up to you. You quickly find yourself helpless before the creature. You close your eyes as the giant fish rips your body apart with its teeth. You die a very painful death. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to kill you in this way. So sad. And my adventure ends here. Oh, I don't need a fishing permit. I guess that's why we need fishing permits. So you don't do stupid shit like that. Let's go, we'll give it another go. Alright, so now we're back to the lake where I died. The last time I inspected the lake, we saw that there was that pearl in there. I'm sure I'm probably gonna have to go back and get it at some point. So for now, we're just gonna continue along the trail, see if I can find anything. The faint trail comes to an end. There is a collection of stone pillars down the hill. Beyond the hill is a large field of grass. Alright, so we can inspect the stone pillars. That might give me some clue to do whatever. Exploring the field, I feel that's going to give me into a new area, so let's just inspect the stone pillars real quick. You stand before the large stones, arranged in the shape of a circle. In the center is a stone with what appears to be some sort of slot or hole. No doubt about it, something is meant to be placed here. That's probably where the stone in the bottom of the lake is probably. More word vomit. This is probably where you're supposed to put the stone that you find at the bottom of the lake. Right in the center here, and something's gonna happen. Seeing that you can't do anything, you head back. Yeah, sounds fine. Again, once I get that pearl at the bottom of the lake, I'm coming right back there. Let's go and explore the field. Find yourself gazing over a grass field with hills rolling off into the distance. As if a trick upon your eyes, you see a unicorn run across the field. It disappears out of sight before you can do anything. Surely the unique powers of a unicorn can help you with your quest, but there is clearly something wrong. If only there was a way to charm it. Apparently, I'm gonna need the unicorn at some point. I don't know why, but I'm gonna need the unicorn. So I need to find something that can charm it. So I think we should go back to, you know what, let's inspect the grave, but this time I'm not going to reach for the sword. Before you can touch it, the sword, a ghostly figure appears before you. You freeze before the apparition. The sword, may I have it? Again, quite ballsy of me. The blade is cursed. I am bound here by the pain of my past. That was a weird sound that came out of my mouth. If you desire this sword, free me from it. You slowly motion for the sword. Fool! Only something of pure essence can free me. A rare hope, like a flower found in a darkness. I'm gonna back away from the sword. You listen to the specter and leave the sword. The figure fades out of view. So pretty much it was just giving me a chance to not do something stupid. But I did something stupid anyway in the last video. Alright, which way do you go? I'm gonna continue down the path now and figure out what's going on here. You walk for some time to find an endless field of grass. There is a stone well near the path. Well, let's inspect the well. You peer down the wall. I peer down the well. Other than the evident water at the bottom, there is a coin resting against the wall of the well. If possible, you feel you should go down and take the coin. How would I get out? Oh well. Grabbing the coin. You lean over the edge of the well. There is no possible way you can obtain the coin by reaching for it. With this in mind, you turn and climb down along the inner wall of the well. You take a few successful steps down, but your luck runs out. You misplace your foot and you fall. Tumbling about, your body clashes against the stone walls. With a single knock on the head, you lose all consciousness of your accident. With a splash, you fall into the water. Your body sinks effortlessly, and you drown without realizing it. Your adventure ends here. Ooh, shiny. So, moral of this story, guys, don't climb down wells because you'll die. Without any supernatural kind of occurrences, you could die climbing down wells. I'm glad I learned it this way rather than the hard way. But let's go again. Alright guys, so we're back at the well. I fell down the well before and I died, so let's not do that, and let's just continue on. Walking over hills of grass and grain, you reach the walls of Aramor. Several times a year, you came here to trade goods from the farm. You discover the plague that has spread to your farm has also spread all the way out here. The path before you is overrun with blight. Well then, seems like the town is not actually good hope at all. Forget the guy from the last video who told me, you know what, just get out and go to the town, you know, written in his journal there. Well yeah, let's see how many people are dead. You have come a long way and you don't desire to turn back now. You march forward into the tainted soil. Right, it's plagued. The mushrooms that kill you. Well, let's walk in and get to my death. Yeah, before you can realize what happened, you sink completely under the ill soil. Darkness consumes you and your lungs struggle for air. Your body burns in pain as you suffocate and die. Your adventure ends here. It was all for nothing. Continued all that way for nothing. Nothing. Oh well. Let's give it another shot. Actually, I've come to a conclusion here. I don't know what to do. Apparently I've been everywhere. So I guess the only thing I could do is the clicking of the knobs on the tree. I guess we'll head over there and see what's up. Maybe I can get it eventually. I don't know. So yeah, we're gonna press the knobs. So let's try this in the most boring and weirdest way possible. We'll just keep pressing the left knob. Wait a second. Instead of just going through all the combinations, I kind of had a thought. Those statues that were in the statue tower place. Remember the two angels? You had one angel to the left that had one finger pointing to the sky. The first time I saw it, I took it as literally he's just pointing to the sky. What if, hear me out on this, what if he meant you're supposed to hit the left knob once, and the other statue was like, you have to hit the right knob twice, because it only had two fingers left. Let's give it a shot. Maybe you don't even have to hit the middle knob at all. Left knob, right knob, right knob. The knobs lock in place. See? I'm smart. I'm freaking smart, guys. Hear the rumbling of rocks as the ground starts to shift underneath you. Everything goes dark as you sink below the surface. The hole above you seals up, trapping you underground. You find yourself with no evident way out but the path before you into the darkness. Your only choice is to move forward. So there. I figured out a way. I've been everywhere, and now I figured out that tree so we can continue on our way. Ah, you see 3 separate paths within the walls of the cavern. Which path do you choose? I don't know. Actually, I'm gonna save right here because I don't want to, you know, have to start all over again. There. So, I saved. So, remember, the right way is always right, so let's go left. You cautiously make your way through the darkness. You come to a split in paths. Which way do you go? Oh my god, I'm gonna be lost in some catacombs. Again, we're gonna keep going left. You move forward into the darkness. You see 3 separate paths within the walls. Which path do you choose? Am I back at the beginning? Go left. Cautiously make your way through the darkness. Yeah, see? Right there. I just went around in circles. So, I know when I go back to the 3 parts, I'm gonna just keep going back in circles. This time we're gonna go right. You struggle forward as the way before you becomes completely dark. You notice that there is a light off in the distance, and you continue to make your way forward. Eventually, you make it into some sort of concrete room. Turning around, you see a hole in the wall where you came from. Your guess is that it wasn't part of the initial design. Ha ha ha. Funny. A hole in the wall is not part of the initial design. Alright, well then let's see. You turn around to see a door. There being little to nothing in the room, you decide to move on through the doorway. Makes sense. You find yourself in what looks like a basement. You turn about to discover that in each direction there is a door. Boxes of supplies and debris litter the floor and corners in the room. You notice that there are several markings on the doors and floor, some of which scare you. You got a bad feeling about this place. Yeah, got a real bad feeling about this place. From what I can see here, the door to the left is unscathed. But there is a blood trail leading all the way up to the door that's directly in front of us, like the middle door, as it says right here. With the door knocked off and blood going in there, or the other way. And of course you have the door to the right has a bunch of scratches. On the outside though, so that's a good thing. I guess. I don't know. But it might be my best option at the moment. Okay, so I decided I'm going to inspect them because I clicked it by accident. You find some rope in one of the boxes. It feels strong to the touch and has minimum wear. You decide to take the rope. Good. Hey, I could use that rope to get the coin at the bottom of the thingamajigger there. The well. That's what they're called. So wait. Enter the door behind you. Oh. Okay, so the door to the left was actually the door that I came from, and the door behind me is actually a new door. I have to say, confusing. Alright, so I walk up the steps. You enter a large room. The area is polluted with dust and spider web covers the walls and ceilings. Where should you go now? I'm gonna go back downstairs because I want to check out the other two rooms. So we know that the door to the left is the one that I came from, and the door behind me is the one to go back upstairs. So I guess it makes sense now why the door behind me goes upstairs, because if I came into this place any other way other than the cave systems underneath, pretty sure it would have taken me upstairs. It would have taken me somewhere else. I don't even know where I'm going with this anymore. Let's just go in the middle door. Ooh, you enter a room full of metal cages. Before you is a hallway marked with questionable markings. You don't like the feeling you have about this place. Whatever was in these cages surely did not like to be locked up. You notice that there is an animal in the cage on the left of the room, but from the dark stains on its fur, it is dead. You cautionally walk down the hallway, entering a room with 2 cell doors. Well, before you can do anything, a large hound leaps in front of you. The beast doesn't look very vicious, but one wrong move can surely be the end of you. Realizing that you are not prepared for a moment like this, you slowly back away toward the other room. To your dismay, the dog follows your every movement. Oof! Before you can do anything, the dog leaps forward at you. You don't survive long and die a painful death. Your adventure ends here. Oh, who's a good boy? Not him. So we're back here. I can only guess that I entered into the tower, seeing as how there's multiple levels, and it seems circular. I can only assume that it's the tower. So, who knows? We're gonna give it another shot here. Let's try and get it this time, although I'm probably still just gonna keep going for the deaths. So, we loaded back up the thing because I was stupid and forgot that I can actually load my save since I saved it. And while I was there, guess what I found out? There's autosaves, so I could have died all those times and not have to restart the game. So apparently left and then right is the proper way to go, at least to get into the tower. This time, we're gonna go forward and see what there is. Maybe I can come out of that cave that has the bear. Cautiously step forward into the darkness. Alright, so now we're back at a split. You come to a divide. Which way do you go? Left, I think. I don't know. Maybe right. Left or right, left or right, left or right. I'm gonna go left. Hear a subtle echo of shifting rocks before you. An eye appears before you as it pierces the darkness. Oh, before you can do anything, tentacles burst from the ground and grip your body. It pulls you about, but you resist as much as you can. Not sure what you can do, you continue to resist until you can think of something. Your body begins to grow weak as your strength burns away. You suddenly feel yourself pulled to the ground and you are dragged about like a rag doll. It is not long before the creature devours your body, leaving nothing behind. Your adventure ends here. Got roped by a roper. That's what it says for the achievement, at least. So that happened. Who knows, maybe the middle path is always doom and gloom and things that go boom. I can't remember where that's from. I know it's from something. We're gonna load it back up and we're gonna go back down the middle, but this time I'm going to go right, and we're gonna see what happens when I go right, if anything happens at all. Let's go right. You hear a subtle echo of shifting rocks before you. Oh, okay, no. It's gonna kill me. This time we're gonna go right, and we're gonna see what is to the right. Passage divides before you. Where do you go? I'm gonna go right. The passageway soon ends within a large mushroom sitting in front of you. A steady river of water flows between you and the mushroom. What if this is actually the mushroom that caused it all? Not the tower, but wait, no. It says it's coming from the tower. If I'm in the cave systems underneath the tower, maybe, as I said, maybe this is the mushroom that's causing it all. I don't know how to deal with it at the moment, so we're just going to try and inspect the mushroom and get killed by it. Quite possibly, seeing as how the last time I touched mushrooms, it killed me. You walk towards the mushroom as if there was something more than what meets the eye. Walking forward, you take a step into the water. To your dismay, your foot hits no bottom and you fall in. You reach to grab a hold of the edge of the surface, but your body freezes stiff. You lose your sight completely as the chilling water sends your body into shock. Without any sense of touch and warmth, your lifeless body sinks into the darkness. Your adventure ends here. Figures. That's what the achievement's called, figures. Figures something like that would kill me. Figures that, you know, you just walk up to a giant mushroom trying to inspect it and you fall right into the water. So, we've pretty much been everywhere. Well, not really. I went right and then I went right again, so we're gonna go right, and this time we're gonna go left and see where that takes me. You walk forward into the dark, unsure of what lies beyond. 2 paths you may go. Which do you choose? Let's go left. Move forward into the darkness. And I'm back here. Alright, let's go back to the right, go back to the left, and back here. Now we're gonna go right this time. Ooh, a ship. As you make your way forward, you discover a large cavern. An old-looking ship rests against the edge of the lake with debris scattered about the surrounding area. Yeah, let's inspect the ship. You cautiously walk down towards the ship. The air is chilling and you fear it won't be a good idea to stay too long. The possibility of discovering something that can help you drives you to explore. You climb aboard the ship. As you take a moment to observe your surroundings, you are only welcomed by the trickle of water brushing against the wood of the ship. That doesn't sound eerie at all. You move about to see where you can go. Every footstep you take feels heavy as you hear the sound of wood cracking under your feet. You feel this ship has been here for quite some time. You explore under the deck of the ship. Nothing but the sound of your footsteps bounce about the structure of the ship. From one room to another, you come to discover a kitchen. Although there is nothing unique about it, you feel you should take a moment to inspect it. Inspect the drawers, inspect the oven, or move on. I'm going to assume that inspecting the oven is going to make me burn alive. So we'll inspect the drawers first. Pull one out after another, find that they have been emptied. Dust spreads about the air as you disturb their rest. Checking underneath, you discover a rusty knife resting on the floor. You find that there are plenty of hardened rat droppings dotting the edge of the wall. You take the knife in hopes that you may defend yourself with it. Good. Now I have a weapon. That's good. Let's inspect the oven. You see a lone pot resting upon the dusty stovetop. You gaze downward and open the oven door. Nothing but ash filled the oven chambers. You close the oven door. Alright, so there wasn't anything bad about it at all. It was actually quite pointless. So we're going to move on. You continue your lonely tour of the ship, only to find that there is nothing of use or value. You make your way back to the deck and decide to continue your search. Again, you find nothing much but empty rooms, left to remain in the dark solitude. You discover a door with fancy markings about the woodwork. Perhaps this is where the captain resided. This is probably where the captain resided. You discover the room of the captain. It is the room that the captain decided to take for himself. I can't form sentences. Unlike the other parts of the ship, everything seems to have been left alone in this room. Before you rests an old wooden desk with papers and assumed belongings of the captain. There is a small bed off near the corner of the room and some chairs in the other. You have a feeling deep down that you shouldn't take anything. Other than the lamp and other objects, there is a small stack of papers, in contrast to a lone paper resting by itself. Approaching the desk, you begin to inspect the papers resting on the desk. Let's take a look at the lone document, because then I don't have to touch anything. Notice to the crew. Due to our unexpected predicament, everyone is being split up into groups of 2 and 3. Scouting assignments will be given until we find a more habitable place to settle. For now, we must do what we can. So that's what the lone document is. I guess we'll take a look at the staff papers. The stack of papers. Peering about the pages of this collective pile of documents, you realize that most of these are personal notes or journal entries. You pick a few and begin to read. Day 7. The voyage has gone quite smooth as we begin our second week away from home. The spirits of the men are high as we anticipate the discovery of new lands that lie beyond our documented knowledge. It has been my dream to accomplish something world-changing. Together we move forward with full hearts and unbreakable spirits. Day 66. That's quite a jump. It has been just over 2 months out at sea, and we have yet to discover anything new. We have suffered through many storms, and sickness has plagued the ship recently. Several of my favorite crew have passed on to the next life. I see the growing doubt in the eyes of my fellow laborers as our voyage continues day after day. Food rations have been cut in half, and in fears that we may have to turn back. I dare not let myself think of failure. Those men who have lost their lives, the sacrifices to make this voyage possible, I cannot let them be in vain. Day 91. It has come to roughly 3 months out here on the endless blue. With much pain, we have turned around. Yes, we are headed for home port. We have just enough food to make it back. I just hope we have a smooth journey back. The spirits of the crew are low and bitter due to our failure. I do not let myself get caught up in thinking of it. Truly, we did not intend for this to happen. Okay, so at some point of turning back and coming back home, and now he had to make that lone document to say that the crew is stuck and we're all going to split up and search around. Seeing that there's little left to see, you take your leave. The wood under your feet crackle as you exit the vessel. You make your way back to the tunnel where the tunnel divides. The two pass. Okay, so let's go back to left, and now we're back here. So I'm gonna end the video here because it has gone on quite a while. I'm definitely making a part 3 to this. Don't worry. Actually, you know what? I'll be going right back into part 3 pretty much right after I finish my outro here. But from what we can gather, there are mushrooms all over the place. There's a ship underground that had nothing really in it other than the rusty knife, which now I have. So I have something to defend myself with. And there's this creature up ahead that is very... We'll see how that works out. I'm gonna go into the tower in the next video and try and discover what is actually in there. At least from what I can gather is the tower. I don't know. We're gonna go that way and see what's in there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had as much fun watching as I had playing. Be sure to click subscribe, click the like button, share my video, watch all my videos, and be sure, above all, to ring that bell so that way you know when my next video comes out ASAP. But until my next video, see ya!